Hola a todos y bienvenidos a otro video de Valorant. Imagine if I just did the entire video in Spanish. I don't even speak Spanish. Could be cool. So we all know that the latest patch killed Sage pretty much and also nerfed Chamber back into being an actual sentinel. So this week I'm going to be focusing on an agent that has seen a huge uptick in agent selection due to their amazing healing abilities, their fantastic flashes, and very cute dog. Can you guess who it is? It's Breach. No, we're talking about Skye and how to play her, but not just how to play her normally, how to play her like a duelist. So no messing around, let's get into it. Go. Now, I'm not going to go into all the details of how to play Skye. This isn't that video. This is a video on how to play her aggressively like a duelist and how to use her initiator role in a slightly different way. Number one are Skye's flashes. A lot of people use Skye's flashes for blinding people, and that is the point of them, but they offer so much more that no other flash in the game can. Skye's flashes make a distinct sound when they actually blind somebody, which is amazing. So with this, you have two options. You can either flash super high up on top of a site to see if there's anybody at all on the site itself, or you can play it more aggressively. What I recommend is flashing an angle that is often defaulted to on the defense side. So what this does is not only flashes somebody, it gives you precise information on where they likely are. Take for example, A site on Haven. What you can do is you can go up A short, you can flash this spot, and if you hear the sound, you know that the enemy is either here, here, or here. And then you run in after that flash, trying to catch them blind and off guard with a good idea of where they'll be. What you can also do is push this with another player to cover more angles, and before you know it, you have the entire site locked down with relative ease. You can compare this to a Phoenix or Arena flash, but with the ability of actually knowing where somebody is, and just as importantly, knowing where somebody is likely to not be, so that you don't have to cover it when pushing the site. Because remember, if you hear, you have blinded somebody. If you don't hear that, there's nobody there. Wait, isn't Skye Australian? And isn't Soy Australian? That's enough of a reason to subscribe right there. Number two, this tip is not for people who are very strict on only playing an agent's roles or people who don't like to play a duelist in general. But just because you have heals does not mean you need to sit at the back, basically having no impact on the game. If you're pushing a site, regardless of who you are, but this also applies to Skye, you are taking the enemy's attention. So if you're pushing and you have a duelist or another initiator or somebody behind you, you're actually giving them health by taking away bullets that might otherwise go for them. This sounds like copium or some kind of weird way to just justify playing aggressively, but what I'm saying is don't let an agent's abilities limit the way that you actually play them. Yes, it's great to actually stick to what your role entails, but as you go higher and higher in the ranks, you will notice that people don't really stick to these things so rigidly. There's a lot more fluidity in your role and how you can play it. And what this does is produces non-conventional ways to play an agent, which if anything, just makes you super unpredictable, and that is an amazing thing to have in this game. Number three, play off the duelists. What I mean by this is you can push up towards the entry of a site with the duelists themselves and have the duelists be the ones that the enemy team can see. This means that people aren't going to expect that you're actually going to be there. You can then use your dog or your amazing flashes, have them entry and you entry right behind them and catch everybody off guard. Being able to play in pairs like this and link up your util usage is a great way to annihilate the opposition, and it's just something that you don't see in lower elos. So if you can have a duo and someone that you practice this with, you are going to fly through the ranks. It's going to make you really unpredictable, it's going to make you really difficult to play against, and it's probably going to make you really handsome. Number four, last but not least, play confidently. This is an obvious one and one that applies to almost everybody, but especially if you're going to be playing a duelist type role. The best duelists don't let a few bad rounds affect their mental game and the way they actually play. This is why I recommend if you're new to playing duelists or you want to just become more confident in general, test out the new game mode called Swift Play, which is basically a first to 5 rounds, and I find it amazing. It's a great way to test new abilities, new agents, new playstyles. It's completely unrated, you're not going to lose any RR, and it's a great way to just learn. So what I think you should do is pick Reyna, pick Jet, pick whatever duelist you like, Play them for maybe 3, 4, 5 games, get used to playing a duelist role and what that kind of entails, get your confidence up, play aggressively. It's going to make your reaction times have to increase because you're going to be at the forefront of the game a lot more than just sitting at the back, healing people and using your util. Once you get more confident playing like this, pick Skye and do the exact same thing. Play her in the exact same way. And what you will notice is there really isn't that big of a difference between Skye and other duelists. You can actually play her like a duelist and it works amazingly well. Confidence is the cornerstone of games like Valorant, not arrogance. So don't run in headfirst doing stupid things, not using your util, not talking to your teammates, and not actually knowing what you're doing. Be calculated, be smart, and be aggressive. After some time of playing like this, you're going to feel like playing Skye as a duelist feels more like a duelist than Yoru or Neon. So you get all of that, plus her amazing util. So that's it guys, quick video this week. Unfortunately, there won't be a video next week due to Christmas, so I hope you all have a really nice festive period. Thanks as always for watching, and peace out from your boy, Soy.